Hey everybody, welcome back to Deadman DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. As always, we got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N2 list to study today. As always, this is a writing study practice. We'll be writing down each new kanji we see 10 times for memorization and writing every new word we see down 3 to 5 times if we already know the kanji that are in them. If it's a new kanji, I'll go over the radicals, the reading, and what it means, and try to come up with a little story for how to remember it. And if it's old kanji and a new word, I'll just go over the meanings of each kanji and why it means what it means. If you want to watch these lessons a little slower or a little faster, head on over to YouTube. And if you want just these lists of vocabulary words, head on over to my Google Drive. Our first word for the day is sasuga. Sasuga means, as one would expect, still all the same. Like if you're seeing a friend that you haven't seen in a long time again, and he's acting the same way as before, you go sasuga na. Sasuga is still the same or as you would expect. Sasuga. In that situation, you could also use aikawarazu to indicate that he's doing something that he always does. But sasuga is as one would expect. Number 2 is sasayaku, to whisper or to murmur. And it kind of sounds like a whisper or a murmur, doesn't it? Sasayaku. Sasayaku is to whisper or murmur. Sasayaku is to whisper or murmur. Sasayaku. Number 3 is onke. On the left side means a blessing or grace, and k on the right side also means a blessing or a grace. This is another one of those kanji words that is a double down on meaning to get the true word across. Grace, favor, or blessing is onke, with a blessing on the right and a blessing on the left. Okay. Okay is a blessing or grace. Okay. Okay is a blessing. Okay. Okay is a blessing or grace. Okay is a blessing or grace. Number 4 is gobusato. Go on the left side is our honorific. Bu on the left side is nothing or not. Sa in the center is sand. And to on the right side is to select. Our new word for gobusata, sumimasen, gobusata, is not writing or contacting in a while. So together it's not sand selection. It's like out of a big pile of sand, you did not select someone. Like you've got a lot of things that you're worried about and you haven't been selected out of the sand pile for a while. Not writing or contacting well is gobusata, or not being selected out of a pile of sand for a while. Tai or ogoru is selection or select, with our radicals for water and fatness or plumpness on the right side. So the way I like to think about this is, if you're sifting sand through something, if you're sifting anything through water, the fat stuff is going to be the stuff that gets selected out of that sifter. So ogoru, ta or tai, is the fatness getting selected out of the water. Tai, ta, or ogoru is select. Ta, tai, or ogoru is to select or select. Ta, tai, or ogoru is select. Ta, tai, or ogoru is select. Ta, tai, or ogoru is select. Well, together we have go, bu, not, sa, sand, and to. Gobusata for select. Gobusata is select. Gobusata is to not write someone in a while. Number 5 is uranau with our kanji for to make something up, like to be made up of something, or to divine, or to look into the future. So uranau is to tell someone's fortune or divine. Uranau is to divine or tell the future. Uranau is to divine something or know the future. Uranau. Uranau. Number 6 is your myoji. Myo on the left side is a name, and ji on the right side is a character. So your name character, or the character for your family name or surname, is your myoji. Myoji is your name's character, or the characters of your surname. Myoji. Myoji is the characters of your surname. Myoji. Characters of your surname. Myoji. Myoji are the characters of your surname. Myoji. Number 7 is shibaru, hokani baku, which means to tie, to fasten, to restrict, or to tie down, with our kanji for trussing, arresting, binding, tie, or restraining. Shibaru. Radicals in this kanji are a thread on the left side. I'm not sure about the right side. A thread on the left side, and there's really no translation for the one on the right. This is the top part of a blessing or a grace, and this is kind of tsuke underneath. This one's going to have to be rote memorization, boys and girls. I don't know how to do this one. Truss, arrest, bind, tie, or restrain is a thread. Baku. 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 Okani shibaru. It's to tie, fasten, restrict, or tie down. Shibaru or baku. Shibaru or baku is to tie down or restrain. Shibaru is to tie down or restrain. Shibaru. It's almost like a hot air balloon getting tied down somewhere. An attachment on the bottom there. Shibaru is to tie down or restrain. Shibaru is to tie down or restrain. Shibaru is to tie down or restrain. Shibaru. Shibaru is to tie down or restrain. Number 8 is se-o. Se on the left side is your back, or on your back, and o on the right side. I don't think that's a new kanji. Let me double check that. No, that's makeru, to lose, a negative or a minus. So it is a loss on your back, or to carry a negative on your back, or a hindrance on one back, to be burdened with, to be conceited by, to have the burden of your own ego, or to carry on one's back is se-o, to carry on your back some negative, minus, or hindrance. Se-o is to carry on one's back or to be burdened with. Se-o. Se-o is to carry on one's back or be burdened with. Se-o. Se-o is to carry on one's back or be burdened with. Se-o. Se-o. Number 9 is gomu. We've already learned that keshi gomu is literally an eraser, but gomu can refer to a lot of things that are made of rubber or plastic. An eraser, a condom, some gum, or rubber itself is gomu. Gomu is rubber or soft plastic. Gomu. Gomu desu. Gomu. And you'll have to decide contextually what kind of rubber he means, or she means. Gomu. Is rubber or plastic? Number 10 is meisho, or a place with a name. A famous place is a place with a wide-known name. A meisho. Meisho is a place with a well-known name. Meisho is a famous place. Meisho. Can also mean your name and address. It's like short for a name and address on a form. Meisho. Meisho can be your name and address on a form. Or meisho can mean a place with a famous name. Meisho. Meisho desu. Meisho. Number 11 is itoko, which is a cousin, a female cousin usually, but it can also be male. Itoko. Actually, I haven't seen any other words for a cousin, female or male, so I think itoko is the only word for cousin. Itoko is a cousin. And finally, number 12 is ate hameru. Ate is to make appropriate for, or to fit, or to hit, strike home. And hameru is to enter or go into something. So you're kind of fitting something or matching it to go into something. Ate hameru is to apply or adapt something for a specific situation. Ate hameru is to adapt something with to make correct or appropriate for entry or use. Ate hameru is to apply or adapt. Ate hameru is to apply or adapt something. Let's go back to the top. Make sure we've got all these memorized at least right for now. Make sure you're making flashcards of these, preferably electronic ones that you can read in sentences. And make sure you're watching some Japanese, reading some Japanese. Get that good immersion. Our first word of the night was, as you would expect, still or all the same, with sasuga, sasugana, sasuga. Number 2 was to whisper or murmur with sasayaku. Sasayaku is a whisper or a murmur. Sasayaku. Grace, favor, or a blessing is an onke. Onke is a blessing or grace or favor with a blessing on the right and a blessing on the left. Onke. Not writing or contacting in a while is gobusata. Go on the left side for honorable. Bu in the center for not. Sa for sand. Gobusata. Not being selected out of the pile of sand for a while. Gobusata is not writing or contacting in a while. To tell someone's fortune or to divine is uranau. Torampu ni uranau. To read the cards. A surname or a family name is your myoji. Myo on the left side for a name and ji on the right side for characters. The characters of your name is your surname or family name, myoji. To tie, to fasten, to restrict, or to tie down is shibaru. Shibaru with the thread on the left, almost grace on the right, and it's tied down. Shibaru is to fasten or restrict or tie down. To carry on one's back is se-o, to have a negative or a hindrance on your back. Se-o is to carry on your back. It can also mean conceited, kind of like having a monkey on your back. A condom, an eraser, a gum, or rubber is gomu, just kind of to refer to the general gumminess of rubber and plastic in general. A famous place, name, and address. A famous place is a meisho because the place has a name. And it can also mean your name and address, meaning me on the left side your name and sho on the right side the location where you live. A female cousin is the same as a male cousin. It's both cousins are itoko. Much like the word cousin itself, it's non-genderized. To apply or to adapt, finally, is ate hameru. Ate, to make fit or correct for, and hameru, to enter or use. Ate hameru is to adapt or apply. Thanks for watching tonight, everyone. I hope you have a good Thursday, and I hope Friday's pretty good, too. I should see you all tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. どうもありがとうございました。じゃあまた明日ね。